What's up, everybody? Dan Tortora, your host here of Comic Book Trails, the show that features my trails all throughout the country and someday all throughout the world, coming to find your comic book and collectible shops. I could be coming to your city or town if you'd like us to come out to your comic book shop. And whether you're the owner or you're just a fan that shops there, you know, you're part of their clientele, whatever it may be, shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram at Comic Book Trails and let me know about your place and why we should come out to you. So today's show is going to center on one of the newest places in Central New York, which is what I call home, my hometown area, and not too far away from my hometown of Syracuse, New York. I had the beautiful opportunity and privilege of going to, and they gave me this really cool shirt. You got Boba Fett on the back, or on the front, and you have Green Goliath here on the back, and that's exactly where we're going to talk about today. Green Goliath, located in Phoenix, New York, and very excited to speak about Green Goliath and all the awesome stuff that they have to offer here, and just very, very pumped for this opportunity. Green Goliath, located on 219 County Route 57 in Phoenix, New York, in the Three Rivers Plaza. I got a bunch of stuff that I got from there, and so I'm going to start it off here. So if you're a pop figure fan, look no further than coming out and making the drive, heck, taking a flight and coming out to Green Goliath, and you could go and see them on 219 County Route 57 in Phoenix, New York, once again in the Three Rivers Plaza, not too far away from, right there on Route 57 is the main road. After Route 57 crosses Route 31, you just keep going straight. You'll be there in just a few minutes. Not that far away from Syracuse, New York, Liverpool, and so on and so forth. So a lot of great stuff. Big, like when it comes to pop figures, when it comes to any of that, listen, if you are a fan of pop figures, this is the place you need to go to. Like, without question. I've been to New York Comic Con and I've seen the pop walls and all the stuff. They not only have pop figures, they have pop figures I never knew about, never knew existed. They have the exclusives of the exclusives, the signed ones. They're in cases, they're taken care of, they're in great shape. They're in that case that's in the other case of the hard plastic and all of that. So they protect them. They're awesome, awesome stuff. These are characters that and the owner, Rob Stacy, I got to give him a shout out. Rob is really big on going out and finding these himself. So he scours the earth for these pop figures to bring in to you to Green Goliath, and they're really truly awesome and incredible. So some of the ones are ones that you may have seen in stores really quick, different exclusives here, there, and everywhere. But he has them from Comic-Cons. He has them from, different big box stores. He literally just finds all these pop figures. And I want to give a shout out to my buddy who brought me out there, Jared Horton. And Jared and I work together with Avocolis and Wake Up Call, our other show. And so Jared brought me out there with his son, and he said to me, hey, listen, they got a bunch of pop figures. Jared's a big fan of pops. And we went out there, and as soon as we opened the door, the wall just goes all the way down with pop figures, and then they're on this wall, and then they're down on the other side, and then there's some scattered in the middle. Rob's desire and determination and dedication to get all of these pop figures is really cool because it brings them to us. Ones that you might have thought that you'd never see again, ones that you may not even know exist, ones you might only have thought of in dreams. They seem to show up at Green Goliath. So I want to start out with one of the ones I got there. I'm a big, big fan of The Mandalorian, as you could tell, and shout out to Rob for hooking me up with this Boba Fett t-shirt. This is one of the ones I got there. So Star Wars Mandalorian. This was one of the exclusives that was only at Target. So if you got it on the shelves, great. If not, you have to go find it somewhere. So this is the Mandalorian flame-throwing one. And if you could see it, I'll give you like the little angle there. You could see him actually throwing the flame and shooting the flame out there as he does in the show. A bunch of characters on the back here. And so we know that he shows up on this as just the Mandalorian, but there's different special versions of him. So you can get the original Mandalorian. It's right here on the back. You can see that. Or you could get one of the different chasers, so to speak, one of the specialty ones. And so the Mandalorian flame throwing, available only at Target. I picked this up thanks to the awesome green Goliath in Phoenix, New York. Our focus today for this episode of Comic Book Trails. I also got another character, and I got this for two reasons. Number one, her show's coming out from Marvel Studios on Disney Plus coming up here in the not too distant future. Number two, it doesn't say she in front of it. It just says the name, which I thought was really cool. It doesn't say She-Hulk, it says Hulk. And Rob and I were talking about it, and he said they're actually coming out with a different version now with the show coming out and whatnot. So this one, and you could see that it hasn't been opened, the piece that it is creating here, you can look on the back to the Skrull. When that Skrull takes the power of all of the Fantastic Four, you could see him right there. That's who you're putting together. Hence why She-Hulk is here with the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. You could see that she's with all of them. So maybe this is a showcase that there will be a tie-in with the Fantastic Four with her show. You never know. She's supposed to be tied in. Jennifer Walters, the lawyer, obviously in the story, she is the cousin of Bruce Banner. And she gets, some of his blood mixed in with her blood. And, that transfusion obviously turns her into She-Hulk. So we have this Legends series. And like I said, I got it, number one, because I love the Hulk. I grew up on the Hulk, the original show, and with Lou Ferrigno and whatnot. So I'm a fan of the Hulk, number one. Number two, I'm excited about her show coming out. And number three, because it said Hulk. I really did get it because the box says Hulk instead of She-Hulk. It just says Hulk as if this is the Hulk. Like the Hulk, could be either one of them. So I thought that was cool because he's not known as He-Hulk. So I thought this was a pretty cool one. So I got the Hulk Legends series from Marvel. And this is one I had never seen before. I never really knew about. So I had to pick her up, especially if they're coming out with a new one. So we got that. And then comes to my specialty pop figures that I got here. My specialties. You thought that my Star Wars only at Target special one that I got there from Green Goliath was it. But, okay, I'm a big fan of this. This was a Walgreen exclusive. And like I said, Rob Stacy, the owner of Green Goliath, he scours the earth to find these pop figures. I mean, really, in all honesty, anything in his store, he tries to get the unique stuff, the really cool stuff, the stuff that's not as easy to find. And when it comes to pop figures and the rare pops, he's second to none in our area for what I've seen and for what he has. And, it's just a really cool store and a really cool experience. So the one I showed you, the Mandalorian, you see that was a Target exclusive. Well, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. Those of you that watch previous shows, you know that Spider-Man's my favorite hero ever. And I'm a fan, and I have the comics from Infinity Warps. And in this one, in the Infinity Warp, it's when characters became, multiple characters became one. And so this one is Spider-Man and Moon Knight becoming Arachnite. And you can see it right there. It glows in the dark, and it was a Walgreens exclusive. You can see Arachnite here. So these are things that, they're an exclusive. They show up at the store. Maybe they're at your Walgreens in your city or town. Maybe they don't make it there. Maybe your Walgreens gets 3 of them. Maybe it gets 10 of them. Maybe it gets none. So you never know what you're going to get. And that's why it's really cool that Rob Stacy's Green Goliath store has all of these exclusives that you may have not even known about, may have missed out on, or maybe, your area never even got one. And you can see that there's a few different characters here in it. We have the Soldier Supreme, which is Captain America and Doctor Strange. And then you have the Iron Hammer, which is obviously Thor and Iron Man. And you have Mr. Arachnite, which I thought was really cool, and he glows in the dark. And I believe that I have the Arachnite comic as well that I'd picked up before. Okay, so these are the ones that are not only in the regular, plastic casing. These are the ones that are in the plastic casing with the hard casing and like the cover over that. So I'm going to show those to you now. This one was a Hot Topic exclusive. You know that I'm a huge fan of the Venomized anything, and this is the Venomized Hot Topic exclusive Venomized Green Goblin. So you can see that right there, the Venomized Green Goblin. See the Hot Topic exclusive. Now on the back it has Venomized Thanos, which I have, Venomized Groot, there's Venomized Daredevil, Venomized X-23, Venomized Storm, Venomized Rocket, which I have, Venomized Punisher, which is also at on site at Green Goliath that I saw there, and there's Venomized Ultron as well. So I have the Venomized Green Goblin there. You can see him looking very cool and scary, looking just as lethal as the Goblin, but still colored. And the thing that I thought was really cool here is normally when something's venomized, it turns black like Venom. This one has the face of Venom, but stays the green and purple colors of the Green Goblin, which I thought was really, really cool. And you could see there that it was a Hot Topic exclusive. So very, very cool stuff there. And you can see a side view of it as well, which I thought was really cool. Holding the pumpkin. My last one is from the newer comic book series of Absolute Carnage. And in Absolute Carnage and all the spin-offs, we know that Carnage is going after all of these codexes, right? When the symbiote would attach to different beings on Earth and wherever, it would leave a little piece of it behind, and they're able to all be put together through this codex and essentially utilized as an army. And you see that they have these codexes have this kind of, the circular thing, kind of like when you're growing up at school and you would make those those designs that would almost like hypnotize you, so it looks like that hypnosis. So I have the Venom series again, and I have Corrupted Venom. So we have Corrupted Venom. You could see that it is Venom's logo there, but it's corrupted in red. And this was an LA Comic-Con exclusive. So this one's this is not an exclusive to the store. This is an exclusive to a Comic-Con. So this came out at LA Comic-Con, and that was it. So you could get Corrupted Venom. You could see on the back here that these were some of the characters I had just described, and you can't even see Corrupted Venom on here. It's written. It's actually written right here across, which is really, really cool. Corrupted Venom, you get another look at it there. Kind of looks like kind of looks like the gross being that's in Stranger Things in the Upside Down. So you could see Corrupted Venom. Actually looks a lot like him there. You could see Corrupted Venom from the Venom series. I have a ton, as I said before, of this Venom series, and Corrupted Venom coming to you from LA Comic-Con as an exclusive. So this is yet another rare pop. When it comes to rare pops, the home for them in Central New York is obviously in Phoenix at 219 County Route 57 inside of Three Rivers Plaza at the place called Green Goliath, which is not even a year old and already has amazing stuff. And the thing that's cool is when you go in there from like week to week, the stuff changes and like it moves around, new stuff comes in. Rob's getting new stuff all the time. Jared told me that he's gone in from week to week and seen new stuff. So, if he doesn't have it, he'll write it down. He'll try and get it for you. So if you tell him something that you really, really want, he might go searching for it. Corrupted Venom, which is really cool, and it shows that he goes the extra mile for his customers, and that they're not just somebody to come through, but they're actually somebody that he wants to see again and build a relationship with. So if you're a fan of Darkwing Duck, or if you're a fan of Thor, or Captain America, or Boba Fett, or whatever it may be, he wants to know, and he wants to know the things you're looking for. And, somebody that's willing to go the extra mile to, obviously bring some people's dreams come true. Like in my case, I've wanted the Darkwing Duck original Nintendo game for the longest time, and it's hard to trust different places online with that. So, you never know. Something like that could show up. So, Corrupted Venom is the last one I have to showcase here from the LA Comic-Con exclusive, and this was brought to me by being able to go to the awesome place in Phoenix, New York on 219 County Route 57 in the Three Rivers Plaza, that being Green Goliath. So, a lot of great stuff to show you. I'm going to see if I can pick them all up and showcase them together. But you have Corrupted Venom, the Arachnite, and we also have the Venomized Green Goblin. These are all exclusives, as you could see. The LA Comic-Con exclusive for Corrupted Venom. Once again, Arachnite, Walgreens exclusive, and the Venomized Green Goblin was a Hot Topic exclusive that I think I did see at Hot Topic at one point. And then, of course, we have my Legends series Hulk, not She-Hulk, just says Hulk. And obviously, you know it is She-Hulk. And then we have the Mandalorian, a specialty one that was only at Target. The Mandalorian, flame-throwing Mandalorian from the TV show that I love, that's already 2 seasons in, and I can't believe it's 2 seasons in with everything going on with the pandemic and all of that. We were, it's wondering if we were going to get anything that was new, and the Mandalorian did not disappoint and came out with their entire season 2, which was even better than season 1, which typically that doesn't happen, but they figured out a way to do it. So shout out to the whole team there and all the great stuff that they're doing for sure. So Mandalorian pop. So yeah, so when it comes to, so these were all, again, when it comes to rare pops, the place to go is Green Goliath for that and so much more. This one was only at Target. This one was only at Walgreens. Only at Hot Topic. Only on the other coast of those of us here in Central New York. Only at LA Comic-Con. So when it comes to rare pops, there is no better place in Central New York than the Green Goliath. Shout out to them for the shirt as well, and for all the great stuff, as well as their figures and everything else that they have, while supplies last, they still have the Captain America shield. They have the real-size Infinity Gauntlet that is Thanos's, and they also have Iron Man's video game systems and so much more. When it comes to rare pops and it comes to all this great stuff, listen, Green Goliath, I'm so happy that you're in our community, and I'm so happy I have the opportunity to comic book trail it up to you, and we got some cool news coming up with Green Goliath as well. So for this edition of Comic Book Trails, shout out to the Green Goliath. Awesome, awesome stuff that you have there on 219 County Route 57 in the Three Rivers Plaza in Phoenix, New York. Just a few minutes from the Route 57 and Route 31 cross point, where Liverpool and Clay and Baldwinsville all kind of come together. Right there in Phoenix, very easy to get to. Also, getting off the highway, very easy to get to as well off of 481. So you get off of 481 and basically just make a left and follow it straight down to Three Rivers Plaza. So big shout out to Rob Stacy and the group over there at Green Goliath. Thank you for this, and Comic Book Trails could be coming your way next. So make sure that you send us a message at Instagram or Facebook at Comic Book Trails. You can also go to our YouTube channel by searching Comic Book Trails, where you are right now, and find us there and send us a message. If you'd like us to come to your place, your favorite place to go to, or maybe it's your business itself, we could be coming to you next, your town or your city in America. Who knows? It could be you that has the next feature here on Comic Book Trails. In the meantime, I'm Dan Tortora. Take care of yourself, and happy trails.